From 1991 and continuing the run of Van Damme films from 88 films comes Double Impact. I can't wait to get more of these things because I've really been enjoying them. It's been a year or two since we got the last one, and yeah, this was a movie that I had seen a lot when I was younger, one of the more familiar Van Damme movies, but it's been a good 25 years since I last seen it, and I was eager to go back into this world, and it was such a joy to rediscover this one. You get Van Damme playing brothers in this, Chad and Alex, separated at birth when their parents are brutally slaughtered in Hong Kong. One goes with their uncle to America and grows up to be a karate yoga instructor who loves bright pastel colours and women, and the other one, Alex, grows up in Hong Kong to become a smuggler and a martial artist as well, because you know it's Van Damme, he's going to kick ass at some point. They are reunited at a certain point, realise they are brothers, realise their family has been murdered, and time for them to take vengeance and get their inheritance which they are due.
You want some advice? Take your fancy clothes and your black silk underwear and go back to Disneyland.
It's a rather kind of fun story because you get some good bad guys in this, and especially Bolo Young, who comes back as a bad guy in this. He's formidable, he's big, he's a great villain. I loved him in Bloodsport, and I love him here in Double Impact as well. That unflinching shotgun shot at the start of this one, as without any kind of mercy, he just kills a woman, is so brutal. I'll let you know that this is a character that will do anything, which is just terrifying in itself.
My babies! What'll happen to them?
You'll never know.
I think Van Damme does absolutely fantastic here as both the characters. They are two different people. When you watch the film, you can see that. And I think something that's often overlooked when it comes to Van Damme is his acting ability. I think he's pretty good. There are some movies that he's in, he gets to show his acting chops, and I think he does remarkably well. In fact, when it comes to a lot of the big action stars of the 80s, I think he's one of the better actual performers, not just for fighting or for the action films, but actually emoting, creating characters. I think he's one of the best, and I think it's something that's overlooked. And here you get to see two facets as he creates two separate characters, and it's wonderful.
Wait around for the bellboy. Just put your luggage on the floor.
Can you show me one spot on the floor without bird shit on it?
Oh, sorry. We forgot to call the maid.
Of course, it's a Van Damme movie. We want action, and we're going to get it. And whenever it appears, it's fantastic. We get to see our characters battle against several people, whether it be gunfights, assaults on buildings, whether it's hand-to-hand combat, whatever they're doing, they tackle a lot of it in the film, and it's all exemplary. It's fun, it's shot really well, apart from maybe one sequence near the end which seems a little bit choppy. I think things have been cut out of that, but it's always been that way. But the fight sequences are always terrific and really fun, and we get that big battle between Van Damme and Bolo Young at the end of this one, which, to be honest, I'm waiting for all through this film. Van Damme was instrumental in this one. He co-wrote it. He plays two parts in this one, and he kind of knows what he's doing. You always hear kind of facets of Van Damme being a little bit awkward throughout his career, but he obviously knew exactly what to do. And again here, he creates a film that is, kind of familiar. You can see the beats that are coming and where they're going to play out, but he adds a lot of fun to it, whether it be the performances of both of his characters, whether it be the action set pieces, whether it be the highs and lows that our characters go through to ultimately achieve what they need to achieve. He does it. He does it with aplomb here. The action is big, brash, and not just hand-to-hand combat. It creates multiple facets, and we're going through the action films, and it's just ridiculous, highly entertaining, and I kind of appreciate that. Going back to Van Damme's Double Impact was an absolute joy. As I watched it, all the sequences came back to me, and I was reliving my fondness for this film and just loving it even more yet again. There is a wealth of extras on this disc, and we must go into these because it really creates a terrific package. So let's have a look at the on-disc extras. Here we are in the disc for Double Impact. Let's go to the special features. First up, we've got a commentary with Kim Newman and Sean Hogan. Next, we've got Seeing Double, Vic Armstrong on Double Impact, which is 21 minutes 40 seconds. He's talking about the brief history of getting the film put together, how he enjoyed working with Jean-Claude Van Damme, and again, issues with the director. Next, we have Double Entendre, Sheldon Leach on Double Impact, which is 31 minutes 53 seconds. He talks about his career working with Van Damme up to this point and working with Canon Films as well. Then we have the making of Double Impact Part 1 and the making of Double Impact Part 2, which comes together to 150 minutes. It's got a host of people who worked on the film, including Van Damme and the director, and they all seem really engaged and talk a lot about the movie, giving some good anecdotes, some nice information, and it is definitely a highlight of this disc. Next, we have deleted and extended scenes, and this is 53 minutes 58 seconds. Then we have Anatomy of a Sequence, which is 8 minutes 40 seconds, and this director talking us through one sequence in particular. Behind the Scenes Featurette, which is 6 minutes 59 seconds. It's kind of like an old school promotional piece, where a few talking heads, some scenes of action, and just kind of building hype to the movie. Then we've got a B-roll section, which is 8 minutes 4 seconds, and it's kind of one of the chase sequences, just showing you behind the scenes as they film it. Then we have film clips, which is 4 minutes 52 seconds, and it's kind of like before additional effects and sound effects are added into it. Interesting enough. We've got cast and crew interview clips, which runs at 6 minutes 22 seconds. We've got Jean-Claude Van Damme, a couple of other people. Again, just kind of feels like a little bit of filler fluff. Interesting to see. And there's the stills gallery and the trailer, and that's the extras for Double Impact. There we have it, Double Impact, the latest one in the Van Damme range from 88 Films. Please release more. We love them. We want more. Sudden Impact, Time Cop, Kickboxer, they've all still to be released. So get on it and give us them soon. I would love to know your thoughts on Double Impact. Let me know in the comment box below whether you loved it, hated it, fell somewhere in the middle. Can't wait to read your comments. As always, there is more content up here where you can see more of my stuff. In the description box below are links to the Patreon membership program and the manvfilm.com, all ways in which you can support me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.